It's back again on the last day of Toon Fusion. Like I always say, you never know who's going to pop up on a podcast. If you're a fan of Chainsaw Man, I got the main attraction, the voice himself of Denji. I'm with.
Yo, I'm Ryan Colt Levy, and yeah, I voiced Denji in Chainsaw Man.
And how's it going this weekend?
Oh, it's been beautiful, man. This is actually my first time in Pittsburgh doing a con, and everyone has been so nice, so supportive. The cosplays are insane. The people have made me artwork. It's been beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, I'm glad you like it here. Hopefully you can try Pittsburgh salad next time you're here.
Now that I've been educated, yes, absolutely. And then take a nice long nap afterwards.
Yes, you're going to need it. And what was about Denji when you first heard about Chainsaw Man that made you want to even audition for that?
I actually read the manga before the show was even announced. I happened to freakishly just be a fan already. So I went into it initially not even thinking I'd ever get the chance to audition. I felt like I was too close, and at the time I felt like nobody knew who I was, and there were a lot of other actors that I was like, surely it's going to be this person or this person. And when the audition came out, I was actually in denial. I thought somebody sent it to me by accident. I thought it was like one of those like, oh, I wasn't supposed to see this. But I just went for it, and I was really lucky that the audition had a scene that really represented Denji to me at his core instead of just the craziness. And so I thought, best case scenario is I get to play Denji for 5 minutes, or and live in that space. So I just gave it my all, and a few weeks later it changed my life.
Yes, it has. And now it had to be a lot of pressure because there was a lot of hype going into Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was special, because like I said, I had read it. I knew it was going to be something really unique, but the pressure to be able to give people the Denji that they all have in their heads, you never can know what someone else is hearing when they read the thing. And the last thing I want to do is ruin someone's experience by them not feeling connected to the character. So I really just went into it from my heart and, tried to give Denji as much of a core as I could from where it comes from me. And I'm so grateful that people are really like resonating with him. And so I met so many people who are like, that's the voice that I heard, when I read it. Or now they're like, I hear you when I read the manga. And that's like the highest compliment, you could get.
And you were speaking on a connection with being with Denji. How much because he went through a lot of loss, a lot of trauma, how much of that actually kind of came back with you?
Oh man, I definitely have gone through my fair share of very rough feral days. I've experienced some, I mean, like many of us, a lot of us have experienced deep trauma, right? Like nobody gets through this life unscathed. And I think that's part of a huge part of why I resonated. I mean, when I first read the manga, I was living in a garage unit behind a house that didn't have a kitchen. Like, it was literally like, he's just like me for real,
like you were real Denji.
Yeah, so I really, really resonated with his struggle, with his optimism, with his determination. The fact that he still was like, I want to wake up and believe the next day is going to be better. And I think so many of us who read this, I mean, anyone that I've talked to connects with this story. They resonate with that because we've all been through something, right? And the fact that Denji just continues to push through it, I think is really important for people, because we all need that reminder that, like, you just got to put one foot in front of the other. There's a line in the show that I think is so valuable to anyone in any point of life, which is, if I've got a pulse, I've got a chance. Hell yeah.
Yes. That is one of my favorite lines in that show. And like he said, always get up. Tomorrow is going to come. No matter what happens, the sun will rise. What was one of your favorite moments voicing Denji?
Oh man, too many. I think just because I didn't see it coming in the script, I knew the scene, but our ADR adapter, Jessica Slies, was an absolute genius writing the first season. And when I went in to record the last episode and I saw you put the dick in predictable, I was like, this is Shakespeare, man. This is like the funniest thing ever. It's hard to pick just one scene because there's so much that I have just loved. It's so rewarding and challenging. And I mean, the first transformation scene was like such a big deal for me, That was, we didn't even discuss up until that point what like Chainsaw Man was going to sound like. And then we just got up to that point in the episode and Mike was like, all right, show me what you were thinking. And I just went for it, and we call it like werewolf berserker mode,
So how long did it take you to come up with that sound for him?
Oh, I had that from reading it, it was in my soul. I knew to me what all of that felt like. There's a ferocity that is necessary. To me, it's about Denji realizing that he can take control of his life to even a small capacity. And, you know, in that first realization of like, if I get rid of these guys, theoretically I'm free. And that madness, that feral kind of insanity is so important to tap into because it has to be unhinged. It has to be unpredictable. And for me, it's incredibly cathartic to be able to like let all that out into a space. You know, we've all got stuff that we're holding on to tight, and it's a really beautiful place to be able to like let all of it out, you know?
So this show is kind of therapeutic for you.
Oh yeah, in so many ways. It's deeply, deeply therapeutic. And I leave those sessions exhausted and sweaty and very gratified.
Man, we love to hear that. And you have a lot of fans here. What has been like the fan favorite quote everybody wants to hear from you?
Oh, it's always nuts or nothing. That's the number one.
I'm not even surprised at that. And then I always ask voice actors before I get out of here, you've been on Chainsaw Man, they know you from Denji, but you're on other shows that don't get the recognition. So this is your time to say, hey, go out here and watch this. I did a good job.
Sure. One that actually usually surprises people when they come to the table is I play Loki in Record of Ragnarok, which is a wild show. And he's a real wild card, so he's super fun. More of a deep cut that people might not know. There's one season of his show, I hope we'll get to do more, called Love of Kill, and it's kind of like an assassin romance, a very interesting kind of genre mix, and I play the lead character in that, and he's really fun and twisted. He's kind of like a goober, but also like a really cold-hearted killer, and there's this cool kind of juxtaposition between his personality, but that's a fun one.
You put me on the song, I'm to add that to the watch list. And anybody wants to follow you on social media, where can they find you?
Oh, you know what? Make it easy. Ryan Colt Levy at Twitter and Ryan Colt on Instagram.
You guys heard that. I'm JG Collects at the last day of Toon Fusion. And like that, we're out.